See you on.
Introduction. The journey of human spirituality has been marked by a shift from the worship of multiple gods to the belief in a single, all-powerful deity. This transition from polytheism to monotheism reflects changes in social structures, philosophical ideas, and cultural influences over time. Understanding this evolution provides insight into the foundations of modern religious thought and how belief systems have shaped civilizations. Early polytheistic traditions. Polytheism, the worship of multiple gods, was prevalent in early human societies. Ancient civilizations such as the Sumerians, Egyptians, Greeks, and Romans had pantheons of gods, each responsible for different aspects of life. These deities often represented natural forces, human emotions, and cosmic principles. Temples, rituals, and mythologies were developed to honor and appease these gods. The polytheistic worldview allowed for a flexible and inclusive approach to religion. As societies expanded and interacted, deities from different cultures were often merged or incorporated into existing pantheons. This adaptability made polytheism a dominant form of belief for thousands of years. The rise of henotheism. Henotheism, a transitional phase between polytheism and monotheism, is the belief in one primary god while acknowledging the existence of others. This concept was evident in several ancient traditions. For example, early Vedic Hinduism revered a supreme deity while still recognizing other gods. Similarly, Introduction. The journey of human spirituality has been marked by a shift from the worship of multiple gods to the belief in a single, all-powerful deity. This transition from polytheism to monotheism reflects changes in social structure. Belief for thousands of years. The rise of henotheism. Henotheism, a transitional phase between polytheism and monotheism, is the belief in one primary god while acknowledging the existence of others. This concept was evident in several ancient traditions. For example, early Vedic Hinduism revered a supreme deity while still recognizing other gods. Similarly, some Mesopotamian religions elevated one god above others without denying their existence. Henotheism paved the way for the gradual acceptance of monotheism by reinforcing the idea of a singular, more powerful deity governing the universe. This shift was often influenced by political and social changes that centralized authority, both religious and governmental. Monotheism in ancient Israel. One of the earliest and most influential transitions to monotheism occurred in ancient Israel. The Hebrew Bible depicts a gradual move from the worship of multiple deities to the exclusive worship of Yahweh. The prophets played a significant role in reinforcing monotheistic beliefs, urging people to abandon idolatry and focus on a single covenantal relationship with God. The Babylonian exile, 6th century BCE, was a crucial period in the development of Jewish monotheism. The hardships faced by the Israelites led to a stronger emphasis on Yahweh as the sole divine power. This transformation laid the foundation for Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. Zoroastrian influence on monotheism. Zoroastrianism, one of the world's oldest monotheistic religions, emerged in ancient Persia around the 6th century BCE. Founded by the prophet Zoroaster, this faith introduced the concept of Ahura Mazda as the supreme and benevolent deity opposing the evil force of Angra Mainyu. Zoroastrian dualism influenced later religious traditions, particularly in shaping ideas about good versus evil, divine justice, and the afterlife. The spread of Zoroastrian ideas through the Persian Empire contributed to the development of monotheistic thought in neighboring regions. Some scholars argue that Zoroastrianism had a profound impact on Jewish, Christian, and Islamic theological concepts. The role of philosophy in monotheism. Greek philosophy played a key role in shaping monotheistic thought. Thinkers such as Plato and Aristotle introduced ideas about a singular, unchanging, and transcendent principle governing the universe. These philosophical notions influenced early Christian theologians, such as Augustine and Aquinas, who integrated Greek philosophy with religious doctrine. The concept of a single ultimate reality resonated with monotheistic traditions, providing intellectual foundations for the belief in one God. This philosophical approach helped bridge the gap between faith and reason, allowing monotheism to flourish in diverse cultural and intellectual settings. The spread of monotheistic religions, the rise of Christianity and Islam, solidified monotheism as a dominant religious paradigm. Christianity, emerging from Jewish traditions, emphasized the worship of one God through the teachings of Jesus Christ. The Roman Empire's adoption of Christianity in the 4th century CE contributed to its widespread influence. Similarly, Islam, founded in the 7th century CE by Prophet Muhammad, reinforced strict monotheism through the concept of Tawhid, the absolute oneness of God. The rapid expansion of the Islamic Caliphate spread monotheistic beliefs across vast territories, shaping global religious landscapes. Challenges and adaptations. Despite the dominance of monotheism, elements of polytheism persisted in various forms. Some Christian sects and Islamic traditions incorporated saint veneration and mystical practices resembling earlier polytheistic customs. Additionally, certain indigenous and folk religions maintained polytheistic traditions alongside monotheistic beliefs. Modern secularism and scientific advancements have also challenged traditional monotheistic views. The rise of atheism, agnosticism, and spiritual pluralism reflects ongoing transformations in human belief systems. However, monotheism continues to influence ethical values, cultural identities, and philosophical debates worldwide. Conclusion: the evolution of belief from polytheism to monotheism is a testament to humanity's quest for understanding the divine. From ancient gods governing nature to a singular, all-powerful deity, this journey reflects changes in social structures, philosophical thought, and cultural interactions. While monotheism remains dominant in many parts of the world, the diversity of religious expression continues to shape human spirituality. Understanding this evolution provides valuable insights into the complexities of faith and the enduring nature of religious belief. Introduction. The journey of human spirituality has been marked by a shift from the worship of multiple gods to the belief in a single, all-powerful deity. This transition from polytheism to monotheism reflects changes in social structures, philosophical ideas, and cultural influences over time. Understanding this evolution provides insight into the foundations of modern religious thought and how belief systems have shaped civilizations. Early polytheistic
Belief
traditions.
has been a driving
Polytheism,
force
the worship of
behind
multiple
human
gods,
history,
was prevalent in early
inspiring
human
acts of
societies.
profound courage,
Ancient civilizations
resilience,
such as the
and compassion.
Sumerians, Egyptians,
Across
Greeks, and
different
Romans had
religions,
pantheons of
faith
gods,
provides strength
each
in
responsible for
adversity,
different aspects
fosters
of life.
a sense of
These
purpose,
deities often
and brings
represented
communities
natural
together.
forces, human
This
emotions,
compilation
and
explores
cosmic
heartfelt
principles.
stories from
Temples,
Christianity,
rituals, and mythologies
Islam,
were developed to honor
Hinduism,
and appease these gods.
Buddhism,
The polytheistic
Judaism,
worldview
and other
allowed for a
traditions that
flexible
illustrate
and
the
inclusive
power of
approach to
belief in
religion.
shaping
As
lives.
societies expanded
Christianity,
and interacted,
faith in the
deities
face
from
of
different cultures
persecution,
were often
one of the
merged
most
or
well-known
incorporated into
examples of
existing
unwavering
pantheons.
faith
This
is the story
adaptability
of
made
Corrie ten
polytheism a
Boom,
dominant form of
a
belief
Dutch
for
Christian
thousands of
who,
years.
along with
The
her
rise
family,
of henotheism.
helped Jews escape the
Henotheism,
Holocaust.
a transitional phase
Imprisoned
between
in a
polytheism
concentration
and
camp,
monotheism,
she clung to
is
her
the belief
faith,
in one primary
later
God
forgiving
while
her
acknowledging
captors
the
and spreading a
existence of
message
others.
of
This concept was
reconciliation
evident in
worldwide.
several ancient traditions.
Her
For
story
example,
exemplifies the
early
Christian
Vedic Hinduism
ideals of
revered a supreme
forgiveness
deity
and
while
trust in
still
God,
recognizing
even
other
in
gods.
the darkest times.
Similarly, some Mesopotamian
Another
religions
inspiring
elevated
tale
one
is
God
that of
above
Martin
others
Luther
without
King
denying their
Jr.,
existence.
a Baptist
Henotheism
minister
paved the way for
whose
the
belief
gradual
in the
acceptance
Christian
of
doctrine of
monotheism
love and
by
justice
reinforcing the
fueled
idea
the
of a
civil
singular,
rights
more
movement in the
powerful
United
deity governing
States.
the universe. This shift
His
was
faith
often influenced
gave
by
him the
political and
courage to
social
stand
changes
against
that
oppression
centralized
and
authority,
advocate for
both
nonviolent
religious
resistance.
and governmental.
Islam,
Monotheism
strength
in
and
ancient
submission
Israel.
to God's will.
One of the
Islam
earliest
teaches
and most
complete
influential
trust in
transitions
God,
to monotheism
Allah,
occurred in ancient
and many
Israel.
stories
The Hebrew
highlight how
Bible
belief
depicts a gradual
sustains
move from the
Muslims
worship
through
of multiple
trials.
deities
The
to
story of
exclusive
Bilal
worship
ibn
of
Rabah,
Yahweh.
an
The prophets
enslaved
played a
African
significant
who
role in
became one of
reinforcing
Prophet Muhammad's
monotheistic beliefs,
closest
urging
companions,
people to abandon
showcases
idolatry
the
and
strength
focus on a
faith
single
can
covenantal
provide.
relationship with
Despite
God.
enduring
The
brutal
Babylonian
torture
exile,
for
6th
refusing to
century
renounce
BCE,
Islam,
was a
Bilal
crucial
remained
period in the development
steadfast,
of Jewish
and his
monotheism.
perseverance
The
led to his
hardships faced
eventual
by the
freedom
Israelites led
and
to
a
a
lasting
stronger
legacy
emphasis on Yahweh
as
as the
Islam's
sole
first
divine power.
muezzin.
This
Call to
transformation
prayer.
laid the foundation for
A
Judaism,
modern example is
Christianity,
Malala
and
Yousafzai,
Islam.
a young
Zoroastrian
Pakistani
influence
girl
on
who,
monotheism.
driven by her faith in
Zoroastrianism,
Allah and the
one of the
pursuit
world's
of knowledge,
oldest monotheistic
survived an
religions,
assassination
emerged
attempt
in
by the
ancient Persia
Taliban.
around the 6th century
Her
BCE.
belief in justice and
Founded by the
education
prophet
has made her a
Zoroaster,
global advocate
this
for
faith
girls'
introduced
rights.
the concept of
Hinduism,
Ahura Mazda as the
devotion
supreme
and
and
Dharma
benevolent
Hinduism
deity,
is
opposing
rich
the
with
evil
stories
force
of individuals
Angra Mainyu.
whose belief in
Zoroastrian
Dharma,
dualism
righteous
influenced later
duty,
religious traditions,
transformed their lives.
particularly in shaping ideas about good versus
Ambakta
evil,
Prahlada
divine justice,
is one
and the
such
afterlife.
example.
The
A
spread
young
of
prince who
Zoroastrian
remained
ideas through
devoted
the
to Lord
Persian
Vishnu
Empire
despite his
contributed
father,
to the
King
development of
Hiranyakashipu,
monotheistic thought
attempting
in
to
neighboring
kill him
regions.
multiple
Some
times.
scholars argue that
His unwavering
Zoroastrianism had a
faith
profound impact
ultimately
on
led
Jewish,
to divine
Christian,
intervention
and Islamic theological
and the triumph
concepts.
of good over
the role
evil.
of philosophy in monotheism.
In contemporary times,
Greek philosophy
Mahatma
played a
Gandhi's
key role
belief in
shaping
nonviolence,
monotheistic thought.
ahimsa,
Thinkers
and
such as
truth
Plato and
satya
Aristotle
guided
introduced
India's
ideas
struggle
about a
for
singular,
independence.
unchanging, and transcendent
Rooted in
principle
Hindu
governing the
principles,
universe.
Gandhi's
These
faith in
philosophical
justice
notions
and human
influenced early
dignity
Christian theologians,
inspired a
such as
movement
Augustine
that
and
changed the
Aquinas,
course of
who
history.
integrated Greek
Buddhism,
philosophy with religious
inner peace.
doctrine. The
Through
concept of a
belief,
single
Buddhism
ultimate
teaches that
reality
belief in the
resonated with
path to
monotheistic
enlightenment
traditions,
leads to
providing
peace and
intellectual
liberation
foundations for the
from
belief in one
suffering.
God. This philosophical
Angulimala, a
approach
feared
helped bridge
bandit,
the gap between faith
transformed
and
his
reason,
life after
allowing
encountering the Buddha.
monotheism to flourish
Through
in
faith
diverse
in Buddhist
cultural and
teachings,
intellectual settings.
he renounced
The spread
violence,
of
became a
monotheistic
monk,
religions,
and found
the
inner
rise
peace.
of Christianity
In
and
modern
Islam
history, Thich Nhat
solidified
Hanh, a
monotheism
Vietnamese
as a
Buddhist
dominant
monk,
religious paradigm.
advocated for mindfulness
Christianity,
and
emerging
nonviolence.
from Jewish traditions,
His faith in
emphasized
peace and
the worship
compassion
of one God
helped
through the
bridge
teachings
cultural
of Jesus
divides
Christ.
and
The
promote
Roman Empire's adoption
reconciliation
of
during times
Christianity
of
in the
war.
4th century CE
Judaism,
contributed to its widespread
resilience, and
influence.
faith.
Similarly,
Amid adversity,
Islam,
the Jewish
founded in the
people have a
7th
long
century CE
history of
by Prophet
survival
Muhammad,
against oppression,
reinforced
with
strict
stories of
monotheism
belief
through the
sustaining
concept
them
of
through
Tawhid,
hardship.
the absolute oneness
Anne
of God.
Frank,
The
a young
rapid
Jewish
expansion
girl
of
who
the Islamic
documented her
Caliphate
life in
spread
hiding during the
monotheistic
Holocaust,
beliefs across vast
displayed
territories,
extraordinary faith
shaping
in
global
humanity,
religious
and hope
landscapes.
despite her tragic
Challenges and
fate.
adaptations.
Another powerful
Despite the
story
dominance
is that of Rabbi
monotheism,
Akiva,
elements
who
of
maintained his
polytheism
devotion to
persisted in
studying
various
and
forms.
teaching the
Some
Torah,
Christian sects
even
and
under
Islamic
Roman
traditions
persecution.
incorporated saint veneration
His belief
and
in the
mystical
power of
practices
knowledge and faith
resembling earlier
ultimately
polytheistic
inspired
customs.
future
Additionally,
generations
certain indigenous
of
and
Jewish
folk
scholars.
religions maintained polytheistic traditions
Sikhism,
alongside
devotion and
monotheistic
sacrifice,
beliefs. Modern
Sikhism
secularism and
emphasizes
scientific
selfless
advancements have
service
also
and devotion
challenged
to
traditional
God.
monotheistic
A Guru
views.
Gobind
The
Singh,
rise of
the
atheism,
10th
agnosticism,
Sikh Guru,
and spiritual
exemplified
pluralism
faith
reflects
through
ongoing
sacrifice,
transformations in human
dedicating
belief
his life to
systems.
upholding
However,
righteousness and
monotheism
protecting the
continues to
oppressed.
influence ethical values,
His belief in
cultural
justice and
identities,
equality
and
laid the
philosophical debates
foundation for Sikh
worldwide.
identity and
Conclusion:
values.
the evolution of belief from polytheism
Conclusion:
to monotheism
the
is a
universal
testament
power
to
of
humanity's
belief
quest for
across all
understanding the
religions.
divine. From
Belief
ancient
serves
gods
as a
governing
source of
nature
hope,
to a singular,
resilience, and moral
all-powerful deity,
guidance.
this journey
Whether through
reflects
stories
changes
of
in social
sacrifice,
structures,
transformation,
philosophical
or
thought, and cultural
steadfast faith,
interactions.
these
While
narratives
monotheism remains
demonstrate that
dominant
belief
in many parts
has
of
the
the
power
world,
to inspire,
the diversity of religious
heal,
expression
and unite
continues
humanity.
to shape human spirituality.
Regardless of religious
Understanding
background,
this evolution
faith
provides valuable
remains a
insights
universal
into the
force,
complexities of faith
shaping lives
and
and
the enduring
societies.
nature of religious belief.
Introduction: belief has been a driving force behind human history, inspiring acts of profound courage, resilience, and compassion. Across different religions, faith provides strength in adversity, fosters a sense of purpose, and brings communities together. This compilation explores heartfelt stories from Christianity, Islam, Hinduism, Buddhism, Judaism, and other traditions that illustrate the power of belief in shaping lives. Christianity, faith in the face of persecution. One of the most well-known examples of unwavering faith is the story of Corrie ten Boom, a Dutch Christian who, along with her family, helped Jews escape the Holocaust. Imprisoned in a concentration camp, she clung to her faith, later forgiving her captors and spreading a message of reconciliation worldwide. Her story exemplifies the Christian ideals of forgiveness and trust in God, even in the darkest times. Another inspiring tale is that of Martin Luther King Jr., a Baptist minister whose belief in the Christian doctrine of love and justice fueled the civil rights movement in the United States. His faith gave him the courage to stand against oppression and advocate for nonviolent resistance. Islam, strength in submission to God's will. Islam teaches complete trust in God, Allah, and many stories highlight how belief sustains Muslims through trials. The story of Bilal ibn Rabah, an enslaved African who became one of Prophet Muhammad's closest companions, showcases the strength faith can provide. Despite enduring brutal torture for refusing to renounce Islam, Bilal remained steadfast, and his perseverance led to his eventual freedom and a lasting legacy as Islam's first muezzin, caller to prayer. A modern example is Malala Yousafzai, a young Pakistani girl who, driven by her faith in Allah and the pursuit of knowledge, survived an assassination attempt by the Taliban. Her belief in justice and education has made her a global advocate for girls' rights. Hinduism. Devotion and Dharma. Hinduism is rich with stories of individuals whose belief in Dharma, righteous duty, transformed their lives. Bhakta Prahlada is one such example, a young prince who remained devoted to Lord Vishnu despite his father, King Hiranyakashipu, attempting to kill him multiple times. His unwavering faith ultimately led to divine intervention and the triumph of good over evil. In contemporary times, Mahatma Gandhi's belief in non-violence, ahimsa, and truth satya guided India's struggle for independence. Rooted in Hindu principles, Gandhi's faith in justice and human dignity inspired a movement that changed the course of history. Buddhism, inner peace. Through belief, Buddhism teaches that belief in the path to enlightenment leads to peace and liberation from suffering. Angulimala, a feared bandit, transformed his life after encountering the Buddha. Through faith in Buddhist teachings, he renounced violence, became a monk, and found inner peace. In modern history, Thich Nhat Hanh, a Vietnamese Buddhist monk, advocated for mindfulness and nonviolence. His faith in peace and compassion helped bridge cultural divides and promote reconciliation during times of war. Judaism, resilience, and faith. Amid adversity, the Jewish people have a long history of survival against oppression, with stories of belief sustaining them through hardships. Anne Frank, a young Jewish girl who documented her life in hiding during the Holocaust, displayed extraordinary faith in humanity and hope despite her tragic fate. Another powerful story is that of Rabbi Akiva,
Diversity.
who
The Jewish people have a long history of survival against oppression, with stories of belief sustaining them through hardships. Anne Frank, a young Jewish girl who documented her life in hiding during the Holocaust, displayed extraordinary faith in humanity and hope despite her tragic fate. Another powerful story is that of Rabbi Akiva, who made the Jewish people have a long history of survival against oppression, with stories of belief sustaining them through hardships. Anne Frank, a young Jewish girl who documented her life in hiding during the Holocaust, displayed extraordinary faith in humanity and hope despite her tragic fate. Another powerful story is that of Rabbi Akiva, who made the Jewish people have a long history of survival against oppression, with stories of belief sustaining them through hardships. Anne Frank, a young Jewish girl who documented her life in hiding during the Holocaust, displayed extraordinary faith in humanity and hope despite her tragic fate. Another powerful story is that of Rabbi Akiva, who made the Jewish people have a long history of survival against oppression, with stories of belief sustaining them through hardships. Anne Frank, a young Jewish girl who documented her life in hiding during the Holocaust, displayed extraordinary faith in humanity and hope despite her tragic fate. Another powerful story is that of Rabbi Akiva, who made the Jewish people have a long history of survival against oppression, with stories of belief sustaining them through hardships. Anne Frank, a young Jewish girl who documented her life in hiding during the Holocaust, displayed extraordinary faith in humanity and hope despite her tragic fate. Another powerful story is that of Rabbi Akiva, who made the Jewish people have a long history of survival against oppression, with stories of belief sustaining them through hardships. Anne Frank, a young Jewish girl who documented her life in hiding during the Holocaust, displayed extraordinary faith in humanity and hope despite her tragic fate. Another powerful story is that of Rabbi Akiva, who made the Jewish people have a long history of survival against oppression, with stories of belief sustaining them through hardships.